The galactic concordance central chamber hummed with the processing power of 1,000 worlds. Crystalline data streams flickered through the air like aurora lights, each one representing another failed attempt at solving the cipher of Calith, a mathematical puzzle that had consumed the greatest computational minds across 17 star systems for 3 standard years. Maya. Chen stood at the edge of the observation platform, her worn Earth Force jacket a stark contrast to the gleaming biomechanical interfaces of the alien delegates surrounding her. Ryan Torres, her partner and fellow human representative, stood beside her, datapad in hand, looking equally unimpressed by the spectacle. "Fascinating, isn't it?" chittered Ambassador Velkoth, his mantis-like form clicking with barely contained excitement. The Calith cipher is the ultimate test of computational supremacy. Whichever species solves it will prove their civilization's technological dominance and earn the right to chair the Concordat for the next century. Maya nodded absently, her dark eyes scanning the holographic puzzle rotating in the center of the chamber. It was beautiful in its complexity, a multi-dimensional matrix of symbols, each one shifting in response to the others according to rules that seemed to defy conventional logic. "Our quantum processors have been running simulations non-stop," boasted Archon Thex, a crystalline being whose body refracted light into prismatic patterns. "We've eliminated 847 trillion possible solutions. At current processing speeds, we estimate another 8 months before." "It's wrong," Maya said quietly. The chamber fell silent. Every optical sensor, compound eye, and sensory appendage turned toward the human woman. "Excuse me?" Velkoth's translator struggled to convey his incredulity. Maya tilted her head, studying the puzzle from a different angle. "You're all approaching it wrong. You're treating it as a computational problem when it's actually a conceptual one." Ryan suppressed a smile. He'd seen that look before, the one Maya got when everyone else was overthinking something obvious. "Impossible." Archon Thex's voice resonated with harmonic interference. "The cipher of Calith has been analyzed by the most advanced artificial intelligences in the known galaxy. It is by definition a mathematical construct requiring computational solutions." "Is it, though?" Maya stepped closer to the holographic display, her hand moving through the light forms. "You've all been trying to solve it through brute force calculation. But look at the pattern here and here." She pointed to sequences that seemed random to the assembled aliens. The Calith didn't think like machines. They thought like people. "The Calith civilization fell 10,000 years ago," Velkoth protested. "We barely understand their basic language, let alone their cognitive processes." "Maybe that's your problem," Ryan interjected, drawing attention his way. He'd pulled up historical records on his datapad. According to this, the Calith were artists before they were mathematicians. Their greatest achievements weren't in computation, they were in poetry, music, and philosophy. Maya's eyes lit up. "Exactly. This isn't a math puzzle, it's a poem. A riddle." The alien delegates exchanged confused glances through their various sensory organs. The concept seemed to cause genuine processing errors in several of the more machine-integrated species. "A riddle?" Archon Thex's crystalline structure dimmed with confusion. "Yes, look." Maya began manipulating the display with intuitive gestures, ignoring the complex control interfaces the aliens had constructed. "Your supercomputers were looking for numerical solutions, but the answer isn't in the numbers. It's in what the numbers represent." The Calith embedded meaning into the pattern itself. She traced her finger through the air, connecting symbols that seemed unrelated. "This sequence here? It's not a mathematical formula, it's a metaphor. The river flows upward when the sky remembers its reflection. You can't compute that. You have to understand it." "That makes no logical sense," Velkoth protested. "Exactly," Maya grinned. "It's not supposed to make logical sense. It's supposed to make emotional sense. Philosophical sense." Her hands moved faster now, rearranging the elements with growing confidence. The Calith weren't testing computational power. They were testing wisdom, understanding, the ability to think beyond pure calculation. Ryan watched as the alien delegates struggled with this concept. Their civilizations had spent millennia optimizing efficiency, calculation, and logical processing. The idea that the solution might require illogical, intuitive thinking was fundamentally alien to them. "Humans," Ryan explained to the bewildered assembly, "evolved differently. We didn't just develop logical processing, We developed pattern recognition, intuition, creativity. We see faces in clouds. We find meaning in randomness. We tell stories to explain the universe. Maya continued working, her movements becoming more confident. The Kalith were like us in that way. They understood that the most important truths can't be calculated. They have to be felt, experienced, comprehended through metaphor and meaning. The puzzle began to shift, responding to Maya's manipulations in ways the supercomputers had never achieved. Symbols aligned not through mathematical precision but through conceptual harmony. "The answer isn't a number," Maya murmured, her tilted head now perfectly aligned with a pattern only she could see. "It's a question. What does the universe dream when consciousness sleeps?" She touched the center of the display. The cipher of Kalith dissolved into cascading light, revealing its solution not as a formula, but as a philosophical statement written in pure Kalith. "The answer is always the one who asks why, not how." The chamber erupted in chaos. Verification systems confirmed what seemed impossible. The puzzle was solved. 3 years of computational effort had been rendered obsolete by 20 minutes of human intuition. Archon Thex's crystalline form flickered with what might have been admiration or perhaps malfunction. "How did you see what our systems could not?" Maya smiled softly. "Because your systems were looking for the right answer. I was looking for the true one. There's a difference." Velkoth's mandibles clicked in resignation. "It appears humanity has earned the right to chair the Concordat, though I confess I do not fully understand how." Ryan closed his datapad and put his arm around Maya's shoulders. "That's okay. Sometimes we don't understand it either. We just tilt our heads and see things differently." As the alien delegates began the formal procedures for transferring Concordat leadership, Maya looked back at the now-solved puzzle and whispered to Ryan, "You know what's funny? If they'd just asked nicely, I would have helped them for free." Ryan laughed. "Let's not tell them that. We've got a whole galaxy to confuse with human illogic now." And somewhere in the quantum foam of spacetime, perhaps the long-dead Kalith civilization smiled at the irony that their greatest test had been solved not by the most powerful computers, but by the most beautifully flawed mind, a human one.